Hello and welcome to Tularis University. In this video, we'll demonstrate mustering in a campus environment. I will also show you how to manage remote locations using the muster site feature. Now we assume in this video that you have Express Entry installed, which you see in the middle of my screen here, and that you have your handheld installed and connected, which you see on the far right of my screen. Now we also assume that you have taken a look at the muster video that demonstrates the mustering feature itself. We'll only be touching on the advanced feature and the muster site feature in this video. We have created some different sites just to demonstrate this feature. So this building, such as the admin building, has a few people there, and the main building has a few people there, and we have the manufacturing building also. This is just demonstrating a campus environment where you have different buildings. Now, we have put the people in these different locations just to demonstrate the feature. Let us take a look and see how this works. Now, to partition people in muster sites, all you need to do is to create a muster site and select the zones that this muster site will look at. So let us go into Add Edit Info, and you select a tab called Muster Sites. Now here we've created some templates. I have a template for the admin building site, and I only selected the admin building as a zone. I also have a template for the main building. I also selected the places within that building. And let's create a new one. To create a new one, all you need to click is Add New. And here you just give it a name. In this case, I want to create something for the manufacturing. Site. Give it a name. Select the zones it monitors. And you can select the assembly points. In this case, default is outside. And hit Save. Now for the handheld, you can either select the muster site on the handheld, or you can fix a muster site for a particular handheld profile. Now let's see how that works in the settings of the server. Here you go into Reader Profiles, select Musters. Now if you see under the profile, you can select the muster site. In this case, we've selected the admin building. And you can also allow the user to change the muster site, or you can deselect this. So let's see how that works on the device. If you go into the device and switch mode into muster, you see my device is set to the admin building here. And also I can set the muster site. So in this case, I can switch my muster site and switch it to the default, or set it to a different muster site, all sites, or I can just leave it where it is at the admin building. Now remember that this muster site can be fixed. So in this case, if I delete this, unselect this on the server to allow the user to change muster site, if I come back here, you see that the user is unable to change this. This way you can fix what a user is able to see and prevent the administrator of the handheld from switching between sites. Now, one of the things you can do with the muster site feature is to set the location of the assembly point. Now, this tells our system where to send the users in the event of a muster. Now, let us go into the Add Edit Info and select the muster sites once again. Now, let us select the main building site, and you can see here under the assembly points, instead of outside, I've set the main building muster point as the assembly point. Now we expect that the users will be sent there in the event of a muster. So let's go back into muster. Let us switch our server into the main building muster site. You can see the people missing there. And on our handheld, let us set the muster site to the main building as well. Let us muster a few people and see what happens. Let us hit finish. Now, if you go back into the entry exit, you can see that these people, instead of being sent outside, have been sent to the main building muster point, which is still within the complex. Now, one thing to know about the assembly points is that you can select multiple assembly points for each muster point. And in this case, you would have to select the assembly point to send the users to on the handheld. Now, let's see how that works. Go back into Add Edit Info. And under this main building muster site, let's select multiple assembly points and hit Save. Now on the handheld, you would have to go into Zones, and you can now select the assembly points to send the user to in the event of a muster. Now, one of the things you can do with the muster site is to tell the system to send users back to their original location after the muster event is over. Now, this is very useful if you have drills and you don't want every user to have to go back through the turnstiles after the drill is done. This will save lots of man hours after you use your monthly or quarterly drills. Now, let's demonstrate how that works. Let's go into add edit info. Now we'll go into one of the muster sites, manufacturing site, and the setting is here that says set to original zone on finish. We'll click this and hit save. Let's go back into the muster here and switch the site to that manufacturing site. And let's also switch the handheld into the manufacturing site. And let's see what happens when we muster a user from this location. Okay. Remember that they're both in the manufacturing building, so we expect them to be reverted back to the manufacturing building once we finish the muster. So let's hit finish, click OK. And as you can see, immediately after the muster, they're reverted back into the original location instead of being sent outside. Now, these are some of the things you can do with the muster site feature. Please feel free to reach out to us at helpdesk@telarus.com for any technical queries or sales@telarus.com for any product inquiries. Thank you.